Phyllis, now the Pritzker Prize is more and more successful and popular, in fact. You were one of the pioneers of the preservation and the memory of architecture. So what do you think about the Pritzker?
Oh, I've always been interested in contemporary and the city architecture as a whole. I think is wonderful, and it's very important to put architecture as a major aspect of living, of life, of architecture.
But what do you think about the aspect of the Pritzker, which select each year someone, and the criteria? What do you think?
No, I think that that's very important. I think it's important to put architecture, to make people understand that architecture is not a commerce, because that's the way people look at it now and nowadays. Of course, it wasn't always, not always that way, but and I think it's very important. I think it's a great process of choosing people. You can sort of tell the changes in the aspect, the concepts of architecture, as you follow, of course, the people who are given the prize.
So what is your analysis, for example, in the evolution of the laureate?
Well, first of all, there were the great heroes, of course, and then now the people who are doing conservation and working with what exists and not going beyond that or going to another place. So you can, it's changed the way people's attitude towards people. Well, people follow the people that, the key architects, and so it shows the changes in society.
And were you surprised by some choices?
Yes, I didn't know some of the people who more recently won the prizes.
Like who? You remember?
The most recent, I can't remember. The couple from Paris.
Ah, oui. Yes, and they protect. They want to transform the old buildings. They are not really interested in creating new buildings.
Yes, well, of course, that's a very big thing. We have an exhibition at the CCA at this moment, which is called The Law, and it's a project across Europe to convince the EU to legislate in this way, that not no demolition, but renovation, restructuring, programming buildings.
So their name is Lacaton and Vassal.
That's right. Thank you very much.
And for example, Francis Quéré, did you happen to know him?
No.
Francis Quéré is an architect living in Berlin and born in Burkina Faso, in fact.
Where?
Burkina Faso,
Oof, yes.
Africa. So it's also interesting to open the horizons, right?
Well, this is happening all over the world. I mean, it's always, architecture is always connected, like all the arts, like music and literature, to what's happening in the world, because it's a reflection of it, and it also leads the ideas at times.
But why do you think now this kind of prize is blossoming so much?
Well, I guess the environment was very strong for a very long time, and architecture was not seen as part of the environment. But I think that people now understand that, and I think that people. When I got to Paris this time, I thought, because I'd just been in London to see very great friends there, and when I got to Paris, I thought, I won't be confronted with skyscrapers. It was such a wonderful feeling. There's aggressiveness, and that's not necessary. I mean, New York has skyscrapers. It's a skyscraper city, and although most of them are great works of architecture, it belongs to the city. But when you start to destroy parts of an old city, you lose the history, but you also lose the intimacy of life. And so it becomes very aggressive. Because when I was in London, just across from Westminster Abbey, Houses of Parliament in Westminster, There's across the river, there's a whole area of these buildings, just one on top of the other, and they just look like prisons, you know.
Yeah.
Because they're not. There's no amenities at all.
And what do you think about the fact that today someone like Renzo Piano, Frank Gehry is treated like a movie star in a way?
Well, that's not great, but at least architecture becomes known through them. So, okay.
Bon, merci beaucoup.